I've got a whistle. It's a bit of a whistle. Hey everybody, welcome back to Over a Pipe. My name is Martin, and today we have a pleasant Monday smoke. It's that time of the week, not that time of the month. I noticed that the acronym for this show, now I've done a bit of a schedule change, is now PMS. Well, it'll be fine. Anyways, so it looks like we're just hit above the 850 mark on the subscribers. Awesome there. We're only about, just under 150 shy of hitting that 1,000 mark and being able to do live streams again. I don't know why that's such a big deal, but that's a big deal. It's a big deal. Really big deal. But wanted to go over a few things. It's my apologies because it's a bit of a tardy video because Mike from Briar Blues came down, screwed up my whole schedule. Coronaviruses, whatever else. I still have this whistle. Today, I am smoking Penzance, and I have mixed in with it nothing because it's Penzance. What should be shot in my 302, I guess you would say an Apple Peterson. So we're going to be also doing a bit of an upgrade to the studio. We're going to change a few things, fix up a few things. Let's see what else is on the docket. Oh, puff and stuff. That's right. So puff and stuff. Stuff and puff. Puff and stuff. Puff and puff. Stuff and stuff. Puff and stuff and puff. Puffing and stuffing. Stuffing and puffing. So we went and met a few folks over there at the Puffin' Stuff lounge and cigar bar and all that kind of stuff. And let's see. Oh, I had a Yabo that I was going to break out real quick. A little, unorthodox to do it right now, but what the heck. Then we also have, I'm going to do a video on the March blends, or I'm going to tell you about the March blends. It's really part of the Yabo. I don't know. Anyways, we're going to get to your comments and questions. All of them that have been out there. Met the guys over in Puffin' Stuff. Had a ball. You know what? I had to drive about an hour over to Tucker, so I figured if everybody else was heading over there and Mike from Briar Blues was coming down from Canada, maybe I should, just hitch up the wagon and mosey on over. Now, when you pull up to this place, it's very much, well, it looks like a real shady spa that you would find in South Georgia. Yeah, it looks like there might be some sex trafficking going on in this building. But alas, I was wrong, and it was actually a pretty cool establishment. And I was able to go in there and check everybody out. So I go in there, and it's a nice little lounge, a little L-shaped lounge, TV. Nothing huge, but you know what? It's enough for a handful of pipe smokers to get together and hang out. So I thought it was pretty cool. My left leg was burning up from the space heater, so I decided to turn it off. God. Go in there, and of course, Mike from Briar Blues is there. Gamecock Piper was there. Mike Gamecock Piper. His buddy Tim. I was hanging out with Tim and Gamecock Piper a good bit, just chilling out, like shooting the breeze, things of that nature. Really having a ball. And so we were pretty much just in there smoking away, trying some different blends. Gamecock Piper had some like 20,000-year-old Penzance, which I was afraid to try. Because what if I liked it more than my Penzance? But everybody was super generous. Mike was, of course, over there sitting and wheeling and dealing and smoking his fancy schmancy pipes. And then there was Indiana Jones. I can't remember his name, if it was Rory, Tim, whoever Mike said it was. This guy was a character. This guy had basically his whole life is a lie. That's a fact. He would just take people on these wild tales. They wanted to try and sell me a pipe, and I was like, I don't know if you're serious or not. I was like, I don't know. Very interesting dude. Very tall. Very fascinating. Definitely an old codger. Cracked me up, man. So yeah, so we had a ball over there just hanging out. I brought some barbecue, and at first I'd brought it for everybody, but then nobody partaked or anything, so I gave it to Mike. Mike from Briar Blue. So Gamecock, anybody else that goes to the next one, I will make barbecue and I'll bring it. Maybe I just didn't voice it loud enough, but I will bring it more for everybody this time, just to make sure. Penzance is so good. So yummy. All right, so let's get into the box opening. It's a little heavy. Oh, I don't remember ordering this much. All right. So there's that's one bottle of hand sanitizer. There's another bottle. Wait a minute. Oh, this is for my other channel. No, I'm sorry. Here we go. That's about the right size. Let's see. It is taped up to the hilts. Woo. I don't know if I'll even be able to get into this thing. There we go. There we go. If you're wondering why I'm using a tamper, it's because I forgot where my freaking knife is. No, it's not back there. So this is from the Storyteller pipe. Woo! Oh, holy cow. Oh, man. All right, so this is from the Storyteller pipe, and these are the blends. Oh, look at that. It's all shrunk wrapped and everything. Oh, it looks like the tampers. Peanuts. God, do I hate peanuts. So, this is the Yabo I was speaking of. Can you hear that? Can you hear that on it? Wrap on the Pleasant Monday smoke. And the two blends for the month of March is Rattray's Black Mallory, Spicy Latakia, and two differently cut Virginia tobaccos blended with Black Cavendish and Oriental. Yeah, that sounds good. And Robert McConnell's The Original Scottish Blend, a rather strong mixture in the English style made of full-bodied Black Cavendish, naturally sweet Virginia, smoky Latakia, exotic flowery Orient, Turkish, and a pinch of spicy Perique, which is very balanced and rich in aroma. So this is the Scottish Blends month. As you can tell, we are transitioning out of Englishes and getting into, some more of the, sweeter blends. So I'm going to enjoy these two. I will have first impressions and reviews coming up soon. And that is the blends for March. Now, let's get into your comments and questions that are easily a week old. Let's see how far back this goes. Goes pretty far back. 2 weeks? Is it 2 weeks? Has it been 2 weeks? Earl of Pipe commented when I asked if it's mold or not. He said, it's mold. He said, I've seen a couple of articles where they've taken cigars and looked at what people called plume or bloom, and some looks like what we call sugars, and it's all mold when they look at it under a high-powered microscope. Thanks, Earl. I'm glad we're all. Maybe that's the trick to a good blend. We just didn't know it. You gotta get you a little mold on it. A little mold. George Coblin said, "What I got from this video is that barrel-aged SPC plum pudding is not worth it, but original is, and special reserve especially is. For the record, you can say wife beater. You just can't condone it." Okay. I mean, I'm not far off on that. Briar Blue said, "Martin, we'll be at Puffin Stuff Thursday, February 27th and Sunday, March 1st. Hope to meet you there. Saw you there. It was great." Casey Moon, "I'm close to Tucker, Georgia, and I'd meet up with you guys." Where were you, Casey? Casey, where were you? How come you weren't there? We had the time, or at least we had the place. Sorry, Casey, we should have had the place. Sorry, Casey. Steve Connington, next time, Casey? Yes, Casey, you're getting an invite. Steve Connington said, "No need to be sorry. I prefer Mondays. Thanks for accommodating me." You're welcome, Steve. I'm here for you, man. I'm here for you. Please also respond to any of the snarky comments I get for the Monday change. Piano Piper said, "Another great video. I'm enjoying some CAO Eileen's Dream on the Sunday smoke. Take care and keep the pipe warm. We'll keep it toasty because it's cold today. It is cold." Christian Bale said, "Would love to see more mashup reviews." Let's try that again. Christian Bale said, are you Christian Bale? "Would love to see more mashup reviews. Every other pipe I smoke seems to be a mashup. I love experimenting. You should try Cajun Cake / Gaslight." Okay, I'll add that to the list for sure. Pipe Smoking Deputy 423 said, "Another great entertaining video. How do you do it? I cannot tell if that is plume or mold on your tobacco. How about this? Smoke it, and if it makes you sick, then all of us will know. Come on, take one for the home team." Laughing out loud, just kidding. Yeah, man. Yeah, you're a peach. You're a peach, man. Hashtag ask over a pipe. "I cannot remember if I have asked you before, but have you experimented with pressing your own tobaccos? I made a couple of cheap PVC pressure presses with C-clamps and have some tobacco pressing. I choose to use some Carter Hall since 1, I like it, and 2, I am not out of much if the experiment is a failure. I'm going to remove it after 30 days, then jar it for 30 days before trying it. Your thoughts? Your honest thoughts, not some rainbow and unicorn glitter-filled standard BS answer." Not some BS answer. Okay. So if you press Carter Hall, you're going to get pressed Carter Hall. All you're going to do is press out a lot of the moisture and just, kind of overly dry it out. You're not really pressing it with anything else from what you're saying. So is there a need for pressed Carter Hall? Probably not. Now, if you press Carter Hall with some Orlick Dark Strong, or press Carter Hall with some Old Gallery, or something like, if you pressed it with something different to try to bring something else out, okay, I can see that. My other issue with pressing anything, especially when you look at some of these other types of, over-the-counter blends, is how much in terms of toppings, casings, things of that do they have? Because to me, the pressing seems to fit better in the non-aromatic area, and it just depends. Even some of those that are not really non-aromatic or not really considered aromatics, but just definitely have a lot of humectants and casings or toppings that they definitely for sure, to me, just ends up leaking everywhere. And I've seen lots of people with presses and they can't even get the blocks out. So I don't know. I don't see pressing. I see aging adding more value to your tobacco than pressing. Why press it? Do you really want to mix all the flavors? Do you really what is the solution, or what do you creating by pressing it. Now, maybe if you hot pressed it, maybe that would add some different flavors. I don't know. Not sure. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a cool idea, and I don't see a reason why not to experiment. But what's the end result that everybody's trying to get? Because so far, a lot of them seem very goopy. So if I were to press any tobaccos, I would not press any aromatic tobaccos. I would press all non-aromatics, just because it's gonna leach some moisture. It's gonna leach some of that stuff out anyways. And I just don't want to clean up the mess. I have a hard time cleaning up my messes as it is. You know. Hope that answered your question. I don't care if it answered your question. I don't care, because you're rude. You're rude. You're a jerk. Green Coblin commented a week ago. This was on the Seattle Pipe Club's Plum Pudding Barrel Age. He said, thanks for the review. Sure doesn't sound appealing. Well, could it be you have a bad batch? Hashtag Ask Over Pipe. Do you pair your tobaccos with the drink? If so, what's your go-to drink? Right now it's coffee.
I'll leave you to it.
Just can't seem to get a break. Mr. Track said, lovely content. Garbage Man Piper said, thanks for sharing, Martin. This was on the Plum Pudding special review, Plum Pudding, not special reserve, Plum Pudding Barrel Aged. Pipe and Tobacco, thanks for bringing us this review, Martin. Stay well, Yanez. You too, Yanez. Back Porch Piping comment. Howdy, Martin. I've got a 10, but haven't cracked it open yet. I'm thinking I may need to try standard plum pudding first. Thanks, Martin, for the review. Happy piping and God bless. I don't know, because I'm a firm believer that those first impressions can really change any other impressions. So if you like the bourbon barrel, you might end up really liking that and then not preferring the regular plum pudding. I think you still would. At the same time, if bourbon barrel does not sell well, will they do away with it? And if so, did you set yourself up to like a blend that you're not going to get later? I would go with plum pudding or plum pudding special reserve first. Howard commented, thought I was catching notes of William Shatner coming through in your presentation. Have you been watching Star Trek, the original series? We are not taking a trip down that memory lane. That's a terrible way. Gosh, now that you said it or commented, I can't remember it. Let's see. Steve Anthony commented, this blend reminds me of when you go to a fast food restaurant and fill your cup with Coke, Sprite, then maybe some Mr. Pibb. Love Mr. Pibb. Fanta Orange, Welch's Grape, Country Time Lemonade, and then maybe a squirt of Diet Root Beer for good measure. It's tobacco suicide. Yeeks. Not good. Naptown Piper said, this guy. Let's see. Piano Piper said, very good review. I'm going to have to try it sometime. Let's see. Ken Vushnis. Camacho Bourbon. Aged cigars are excellent. Have not tried the rum barrel aged. I mean, I like Camachos. Camachos are great. They're one of my favorites. Green Collins said, not sure I'm being sold on the gimmicky tobacco. Might just stick with plum pudding and plum pudding special reserve. I find that when I smoke a pipe with a brandy or whiskey paired with it, I get some tongue bite. Hashtag Ask Over Pipe. Do you experience the same? Does the hint of whiskey in that blend make it bitter? Better than the regular plum pudding? Definitely does not make it better. It is not a better blend than regular plum pudding. Not in the least. And gives a sour note that I don't really like. That's almost a chemical burn type. It's not even really a sour note like you would expect out of the sour out of the bourbon itself. So just didn't do it for me. But you know what? I'll keep it, because if they stop selling it, then I'll have an extra 10. If I get a hankering for it later on. Definitely not a Frog Morton Cellar replacement by any shot. Also, I'm going to let it sit for a while. Hopefully take the cube out and everything, and hopefully let the flavor disperse. Maybe if that bourbon calms down a little bit, it'll be better. We'll see. No, I don't suffer any tongue bite. Typically, you're only going to get tongue bite from tobaccos that are not fully dried out. Do Dion's Classical Pipes version. Just dry that sucker out till it turns to powder. Rick Gov comment, just saw your review. This was on Escudo. Good one. I'm packing a bowl of this now that has 11 years age on it. It darkens up nicely and tastes great. You might want to contact Mike from Briar Blues because he probably would give you a pipe for that. Let's see. My Rec Tech videos. Love those. I mean, hey, this is a smoking channel. You can include smoking meats. By the way, Rec Tech guys, if you want to sponsor this channel, go for it. Just send me some new parts. I need some new parts for the Rec Techs. Let's see. Mike Razy comment, it's a beta, dude. You're buying it to work out the kinks. First off, I am not buying anything to work out anybody else's kinks. If anybody saw the video where that grill was leaking everywhere, oh my God. Like, that's not beta. That's alpha. We made this in a garage for a little bit. Like, I mean, come on. It should not be leaking everywhere. Rectech, send me a spill mat, a grill mat that I can stick under there. I'll take that. Then it can leak all at once. I don't care. Then I'll review your grill mat for you, so that way everybody can see how awesome you are. Trap Drip comment, nice video, keep it up. Would you like to be YouTube friends? What is up with these YouTube friends? Why are we doing so many YouTube? US Piper commented on the one blend rule. It screws up more than it helps. You ain't wrong, Bubba. You ain't wrong either. Claude Hardwood commented, thumb up. .777 comment, I've bought a 10 and am in no rush prior to several YTPC reviews to crack it open. I think after what you have said, it would be better with some age. How long? I don't know yet. I'll comment on a future video. I'm currently in an experiment of testing the difference between Orlick, GS aging. Sounds good to me. Pacific Northwest Piper said, over a pipe, I personally am not impressed with the bourbon blend. I'm not either. I'm with you. Steve Collington, thanks for detailing your thoughts. I haven't tried it either. Sounds delicious. I'd say they're still good. I'm just preferring SPC's regular plum pudding. North Carolina Piper said, I have to agree with you. I got some sharpness as well, and I think it was definitely the bourbon, whichever bourbon they used. I believe it would definitely do great with aging, for sure, to mellow down the bourbon. Thanks for the great and honest review. You are absolutely welcome. Let's see. George Collins said, I couldn't tell you. I haven't tried either of them, but I will try regular plum pudding before Special Reserve. Probably won't try bourbon barrel at all. I prefer brandy anyways. Nothing wrong there. New Jersey Piper said, called it like you saw it or tasted it. Respect. Love that guy. Let's see. Kirk Bradley, I do not gimmick, including small batch, etc., tobaccos, period. So I will not try the bourbon barrel. I don't blame you. Let's see. Paul the Piper, great video. Pipe Smoking Deputy 4233 said, back at you. Turbo 10 said the bourbon is pretty forward, but it's not like Coke versus New Coke. I like the bourbon barrel version and can see it filling the Frogmorton cellar gap, but I hope some cellaring will pull the bourbon to the background. I do too. That's the big Warren. I agree with you. Guardsman Piper said, nice, sweet chicken, baby. So US Piper says, it screws up more than it helps. You ain't wrong, Bubba. I already said that, but you can hear it again because I like saying Bubba. Let's see. Somebody saw me there at Rec Tech Fest. That was awesome. Gregory Tracy. So he said, saw you there, laughing out loud. I also slept in the lot. Did you stick around to eat? Hope huge crowd by the end of the day. Yeah, they were piling in. They have had these sales in the past and never had a problem selling out of stuff. So I doubt they will post info in advance in the future. He said his Beta 380 was a bit of a pain to put together, but the original 380 was likewise a pain, so he knew what he was getting into, which I did not. I used the hardware that came with it and have no leftover parts. I have a bag. I have a Ziploc bag that my stuff came in. Hate to hear you had complaints, bro. Guess I got lucky? No, I'm not going to call it a lemon because, again, I didn't do a great job on it either. P.S. Bullseye never had a drip pan, though there is room to put an aluminum pan on top of the deflector shield if desired. I like that idea. My hardware came in blister pack, not a Ziploc bag, by the way. I'm glad yours did, because mine sure as heck didn't. Let's see. Got some new subscribers. Live stream, living the dream. Mr. Freeze. Let's see. Somebody else said, living the dream comment. Looking to buy the stainless steel version of that Rectech Bullseye. So I'm looking forward to some cooking videos on your grill. Let's see some low and slow ribs, pork butts, briskets, and some hot and fast steaks and burgers and dogs, please. I definitely will show you some of that stuff. I don't know about the low and slow. Without having a drip pan and how much that thing was leaking, I don't know. That frightens me a little bit. I'd like to do it, but it does frighten me a little bit. Burner Briar. I've just done a first impression video for this mixture. My first impression is that it's really nice. And that was on the Rattray's Red Wrap Array. So I'm glad to see that some people are still getting some value out of those older videos. George Colvin commented, glad they refunded or rectified the problem for you. Hashtag Ask Our Pipe. What was your victory smoke of choice? It was pulled pork. That was the victory smoke of choice that day. Zenith 500 comment, had mine 2 weeks, still not together. He's talking about his Bullseye. Waiting on correct parts. Nuts not needed for legs. Very unlike Rectech quality. Yeah, I'm telling you. Where did he say? Yeah, I mean it's very unlike. Yeah, it's very unlike them. Unit should not have been pre-release. Yeah, I mean I get it. I mean, you know, it was fun. I was trying it out. Or it should have been significantly cheaper. Let's see. Would love to see you post a steak cook on the Rectech 380 Beta. Really curious to see how it performs on a reverse sear. Yeah, reverse sears. I don't know. I'm back and forth with reverse sear, so we'll see. And our last comment of the day said we already went over it. Oh, and thanks for the last subscriber. Last 2 subscribers, Rick Gov and Joseph Tamanini. I can't believe I got that right. All right, everybody. That is it for the Pleasant Monday Smoke. Thank you all for being patient and continuing to watch and having fun. Like, share, and subscribe. Give me that thumbs up. It's important. It makes me feel good about doing this. It makes me feel good. And I'm sure there's some algorithm that just makes me feel good. We'll see you later.